Okay, we're on question 8 here, I believe. Very similar to the previous question. Washer method, shell method, finding bounds of integration, create and set an upper integral. Let's go. So now we have stuff in terms of x. Here we go. So washer method, if you don't know, like square root. No, remember, usually tests, you're gonna get pictures, but square root's kind of like this, and a line is like that. So we have like a top minus bottom. Square root's gonna be on top. So we know to have our square root of x minus our x over 4. All of that squared. The pi out in front. Don't know the bounds of integration yet. And dx. Simplify that to no bounds of integration yet. Pi x minus x squared over 16 dx. Now let's find our bounds of integration. Find it down here. We're going to have this middle part of the integrand equal to 0. So x minus x squared over 16. We're going to add that to the other side. So x is equal to x squared over 16. Multiply either side by 16. 16x is equal to x squared. Subtract the x squared over. Factor out ax. And that's going to give us an x equals 0. Now we let that 16 minus x equal to 0. And that's just going to be 16. So we have our bounds from 0 to 16. There we go, just like that. And that is our washer method. Let's now get rid of this. Now, like we've been doing all homework, shell method. We're going to need this in terms of y. So we're going to solve for y. So we have y squared equals x over here. And we have 4y equals x over here. Not too bad. We know the parabola is going to be the bottom. So we have parabola. And then just a 4y. So like, another like line or whatever. So line is always going to be above the parabola. So we have a 4y minus y squared is our height. And then about the x-axis, about the y-axis, it's going to be times y. Boom. And don't forget our 2 pi integral dy. And now we don't know our bounds of integration. What are our bounds? Let's rewrite this. Oh, no, let's not rewrite this because we can just put it there. But what is our bounds of integration? Well, this middle part, we can factor out a y. So we have 4 minus y. That y is going to give us a y equals 0. Boom. We know it's a 0. And we have 4 minus y equals 0. It's 4 equals y. So there we go. 4 equals y. Boom. Bounds of integration, done. Integral, done. Now we need to evaluate one of them. Which one looks easiest? To me, this y one right here. The shell method. So let's take that 2 pi out. 0 to 4. Follow that y. 4y squared minus y cubed dy. Take the integral via power rule. 4y cubed divided by the reciprocal, 3, minus y to the 4th divided by 4. 0 to 4. The zeros are going to cancel out, so we have 4. It's 4 cubed, pretty much 4 to the 4th, divided by 3, minus 4 to the 4th over 4. So we know 4 squared is 16, 4 cubed is 64, and that times 4 is 256. 256 divided by 4 is just going to be 64. We have a minus 64 over here. Boom. And then we have 4 cubed is 64 times 4 is 256 again. This time divided by 3. So 256 divided by 3. So 64 times 3 is 192. There we go. Over 3. 256 over 3. And so we have 64 over 3 times our 2 pi, which is equal to 128 over 3 times pi, and that is our volume for question 8.